Hey everybody, it's me Joe, and I want to welcome you back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I want to teach you how to respond to questions when you don't know the answer. This is going to happen to everybody in life, whether you're a language learner or you're a native speaker. People will ask you questions and you don't know the correct answer. So that doesn't mean you have to stop talking or just say, oh, right? Because if you stop talking or if you say just, I don't know, right, you look stupid. And nobody wants to look stupid, all right? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to give you 6 strategies on how to answer that question, all right? So now listen to each strategy. Inside each one, I'm going to give you the correct words to say, many different ways to say it, and there'll be one wrong way to say it. To give you specific examples, why don't you try and write some strange questions down below, and I'll give you some answers. For example, hey Joe, when is my brother going to get married? Now certainly I don't know, but I can give you an answer. Or if you said, hey Joe, which car should I buy? Now I don't know where you live, and I don't know much about cars, but I could give you an answer. So try me out and write down some questions below. Also, if you're one of my regular students, keep on the lookout for those secret codes. When you see those secret codes, shoot me a message on Instagram at Teacher Joe Crossman, because I want to know who my best students are. And if you send me that secret code, then I know I need to help you more. All right? Let's get started. So, whenever you're asked a question and you don't know the answer, this could happen in a classroom, it could happen at work, it could happen socially, it could happen in a job interview. All right? There's different things that you can do, but you want to keep the conversation going. So the first strategy is to buy time. When someone asks you a question, there's different ways that you can give yourself a little time so you can organize your ideas in your mind. So if they ask you a question and you don't know, you can say, hey, that's a good question. Let me think. And then give an answer. Don't pause too long. But if you just say that, it gives you a little bit of time to organize what you want to say first and second and third. Another way is, interesting question. Let me think about that. Okay, I would say, number 3, I love that question. It's very good. I would say, so those are 3 good ways. And one bad way is, how the hell should I know? So don't answer that way. That is proper English, and I've heard that a lot, but you don't want to say that on a speaking test. All right? Let's go on to strategy number 2. This one, not good for a speaking test, but perhaps if you're working or with a friend, this is you can come back to it later strategy. So number 1, I don't have that information right now, but I can find it. Or, hey, let me look into that for you. Or number 3, let me get back to you on that. Number 4, let me find out for you. Okay? Now that can be used at a job. If somebody asks you, hey, something about a meeting or a product, and you don't know, you can say, let me find out for you. And then go ask your manager. All right? You're just keeping the conversation going. Now, a bad thing to say when somebody asks you something is, get out of here with your stupid question. All right? Don't say that. That will get you in trouble. All right? All right. The third strategy is get others. Okay? So maybe you don't know the answer, but other people you know the answer. So if someone asks you a question, you can say, I don't know, but I know who does. Let me introduce you to, I don't know, but I think knows. Here, let's go see that person. Okay? Or, I don't know, but I think I can help you find out with the help of, and then take them to see that person. Or you say, I don't know, but maybe knows. All right? So there's other people in your school or in your classroom or in your office that do know. Keep the conversation going. Take the people to that person. A bad way to say this would be, why are you asking me? All right? That kind of shows that maybe you're not a good person to work with. All right. You've made it this far. Fantastic. You are a great student. The first secret code is, I have no idea. All right? Send that to me in a direct message on Instagram, and I'll know you've made it this far. But come on, let's not stop here. You want to be a great student? Keep going. Keep watching. Let's go on to the next. Strategy number 4. This is strategy number 4. This one is your opinion, okay, or a guess. So they've asked you something and you don't know for sure, but you can say, but I don't know, but I would guess. Or I don't know, but perhaps would be a good guess. All right? Or you'd say, I don't know, but in my opinion. All right? So those are all good phrases to use. Another one is when you're talking about what you do know, you say, I don't know, but based on what I do know. All right? So if somebody's asking you about how things are going to, what's going to happen this year, nobody knows what's going to happen this year, but you can say, oh, well, based on what I do know, this has happened in the last 3 years. Okay? But a bad thing to say would be, your guess is as good as mine. All right? Now, somebody who has, if you're just talking to a friend about it and you don't want to go find out the information, saying that might be okay. But if you're saying that to a customer, well, they're not going to enjoy that answer. All right? Let's go on to number 5. This one is to clarify the question. Ask them more questions to find out more information about their question, so you'll understand what do they really mean, what information do they want. Okay? So you could say, can you tell me more about what you're looking for? Or number 2, can you give me an example of what you mean? 3, can you explain it more so I will understand what you're looking for exactly? Number 4, I want to be sure I understand the question. Are you asking, and then you say it in your words, all right, what you understand, okay? Number 5 is to reframe it. If they ask you a question that's so big and you don't understand, like what's going to happen in the world, reframe it into stuff that you know, that you have control over, or you have knowledge of. And they say, if I understand you correctly, you would like to know how this affects our company, or what's going to happen next year in this office, okay? But if they're asking you about the world, well, I don't know what's going to happen in the world, so you can reframe it and talk about your environment. All right? A bad thing to say would be, I wish people would stop bothering me with stupid questions. All right? That's perfect English, and it's something you could hear, but you shouldn't say it. It's rude. It's rude. All right? Now here is our last strategy, and this one is a similar answer. This one is one that I teach my students a lot. Okay? If somebody asks you a question, have you ever been to Hawaii? And your answer is no. The conversation's over. All right? But you want to keep the conversation going, right? So don't just stop the conversation. So this one is, the strategy is similar answer. Don't always make it about you. You have a broad experience through other people and the stories you've heard. So if they ask you something, you can say, no, but my cousin has been to Hawaii and he said, blah, 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 blah. All right? Or if they ask you something and you don't know, but you say, I don't know, but I read about a guy who. Or number 3, I heard a story about. Okay? So your answers don't have to be your personal answers. You can draw on any experience in the world that you've had, you know about, you've heard of, you've read, you've seen on TV, anything. A bad one would be, are you kidding me right now? All right. So don't say that, because that makes you sound a bit rude. All right. Like you don't believe that they're asking you that question. It's a stupid question. Don't say that to people. It's rude. All right. Okay. Now, if you haven't already, I want you to ask me some hard questions down below in the comments, and I will respond to you. I might even joke around with you. And if you've made it this far, you are fantastic. Many, many students don't get this far. You should be proud of yourself. The second secret code is, I haven't got a clue. All right? Send that to me in a direct message on Instagram, and I will know that I should help you more. All right. So that's the end of this lesson on how to respond when you don't have an answer. But if you want to keep going, you want to keep listening to other videos, I'm putting some links in here, and you can keep on watching, and hopefully your English will get better and better and better. All right, that's it for now. See you later.